right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2011 GSTL Season 1 Jupiter Conference. Week 9, I think. This is Slayers versus OGSTL, and we are tied up at 2 apiece. There is Slayers Tasia, who has just taken a win off of OGS Supernova, who previously won 2. Took out Ganji, took out the first game, so we're tied up at 2 apiece. Everything is on the line here.
Yeah, he's got to play against OGSMC, man. This is going to be a great match. Taja's had a lot of success lately. A lot of people are talking about this guy, but how is he going to do against someone like MC? And MC has picked Crossfire for his map.
MC is a beast. Yep. He somehow manages to pull out wins against really strong players.
And is he going to be able to show us that he can win important games in the team league as well? He's psyching himself up. I don't need to psych myself up anymore, man. I am pumped about this game.
This is going to be awesome. Taja's been performing well lately. So has MC. We're going to find out very soon on Crossfire who's going to take a 3-2 lead for their team.
All right, so up at the top of the map, we have our Terran from the Team Slayers, winner of the last game. He is
Slayers Taja.
Some pretty quick fingers he's got there. He's got some high APM.
Holy check!
Holy check.
Yeah, Taja's up at near 400 StarCraft 2 APM right now.
That fan that we just saw just got his picture taken to sell it. But here's a Protoss player from the team OGS. He's won some GSLs. He's a pretty famous guy. He is.
GSTL MC.
Also a hugely successful Korean player in international events as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's gone to a lot of them.
Unless he has to play against Puma.
That's right. Well, then he's still successful. He's just not as successful as Puma.
Well, you know.
Second place is a success.
So this is our first TVP of the day. In fact, this is the first time we've seen a Protoss stay in both matches, actually. So all you Protoss fans have got to be pretty excited because you're seeing one of the best Protoss in the entire world in OGSMC. Yep. If he wins, you'll get to see him again.
Tasia has his work cut out for him right now, man.
Yeah, it really does. And being on a map like Crossfire, too, it eliminates a lot of those, you know, early sort of pushes that Terran like to do against Protoss these days.
There are some clever spots to hide barracks and stuff on this map, admittedly, but
there are.
Doesn't look like Taja's going to do anything about that.
You know what I'm really wondering is Taja going to go for, you know, the more standard biostyle, or if he's going to try to do the Marine Tank Banshee all-in that has been so popular lately, or some variation of it.
Yeah, there's been a lot of variations of that.
Looks like it's going to be a 2 racks. He's got the second racks down, the reactor going down on the first one. MC didn't see that, though, so MC is basically in the dark right now.
He is in the dark.
But what is this? I would not be surprised at all to see a Void Ray all-in from OGSMC. We saw yesterday, I believe it was, we saw yesterday Genius do some really, really nice Void Ray all-ins. Or no, it was not yesterday, the day before, I believe.
Yeah.
Either way, a lot of Protoss. Well, here's the thing, Moltrap. Here's the thing. A lot of Protoss players have been getting all in by Terran with that Marine Tank Banshee. So, like, all right, well, we're going to just start Void Ray all-inning again. And so
and if the Terran player is caught off guard by it and they're making Marauders or something like that, there's just almost nothing they can do about it.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like the Void Ray all-in in a lot of situations is like the Marine Tank Banshee all-in is for Protoss, where unless you're very prepared for it, you're going to have a really, really hard time holding it off.
Here's the thing, though, is if they see it coming and they prepare for it, and if they're actually going for Starport Tech anyway and they can get a Viking out, then it kind of shuts things down. So
sometimes
it can, sometimes.
Right? You're right. I really, really actually like what Taja's doing by showing that bunker and not letting MC see anything else. I bet he's really got MC thinking Marine Tank Banshee right now. I bet he does.
I don't know. He is getting concussive shells.
Yeah, normally you don't get one bunker with a 2 racks.
So no all-ins for MC. He's actually expanded.
Oh, I guess so.
Off of the one gateway. And this is the kind of risky play that has gotten MC eliminated from Code S in the past.
Well,
he gets greedy. He goes for an expansion off of just one gateway. He is getting 2 more gates in a robo right now. But if Tasia moves out with an attack, which he is, then this could be very, very bad for MC. And he's actually sending the Marauders around the other way, so they aren't scouted with the rest of his army.
Did he see those Marauders?
Oh.
I don't know if he saw those or not. He might have.
He sees them now, though.
That. Oh man, this is so
shells
huge.
say no escape for that. Stalker.
Taja's playing so tricky right now. I mean, sending just the Marines first, make him think of that little early Marine push before the Banshee all-in happens. And is MC going to be able to defend this? I feel like he can at this stage, but...
Well, if anyone can, MC can. He's actually held up crazy pushes like this before he actually lets his Nexus finish, which would be suicide for a lot of Protoss players, but not for MC. He has actually held his Nexus against attacks like this in the past, so I don't know if he can do it, but Tasia's like stalling. He had a superior army, and he's not going in. He let MC get 2 rounds of Warpins instead.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, even if he did hit, it would have been a little bit tough. MC didn't have any sentries, so I think Tasia would have had the advantage in the fight. But, you know, Tasia knows it's pretty close. He just wants to scare MC a little bit, put a little bit of pressure on him. I think that's definitely the right decision, especially with the first Immortal out right now.
I think he should have at least poked in more, because at the time, MC had like a Stalker and a Zealot, and he could have maybe done some more damage. Either way, it's over now. He actually expanded behind it. Well, not expanded, but he got another command center. Tasia did. So it's not like it's all-in that has failed or an all-in that has stalled. So he's going to have a sizable army and still get an expansion up.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's kind of the strength of the Turax, is you can get a decently scary force out early on and then still expand very comfortably and very quickly off it, especially if you go Tech Lab first. Now, you obviously went Reactor first, those command centers are going to be a little bit later, but all in all, probably the safest build versus Protoss, I would say. And if he scans and kills this Observer, I'll be so impressed, but it looks like he doesn't see it yet.
Yep, and getting a starport now is Tasia, and he's going to start moving over his command center. A nice scan by Tasia. We didn't see it on screen, but he saw the entire army of MC, which is actually really good for just knowing what the unit composition is, knowing what he needs to get to combat it.
Yeah, no, there's a couple timings with the Turax that work really well against Protoss. One of them is coming up here with Stim is finishing. I think what he's probably going to want to do instead is wait until he gets his first 2 medevacs out and push then. That's usually a little bit more common, but the great thing about this style is that there's so many times in the early game where generally you have a pretty good chance of beating Protoss in a fight. Now, on this map, I think MC is much more safer than he would be on, say, like Xel'Naga Fortress or something like that. The ramps are really going to help him out. No,
that's a really good point. On this map, if it was a wide open area next to MC's natural expansion, he'd have to be really, really scared of an attack. But with that ramp there, he could just put a couple force fields down and really with only 2 cut Tasia's army in half, so...
It's pretty dangerous to try it. Yeah. Oh, Tasia right away going for combat shields and +1, adding on that, I believe it should be 3rd barracks right now. And, oh, interesting. Blink from MC. All right. When he has, like, 0 stalkers out right now. He's got a couple, but...
yeah, that is actually...
not a lot to really utilize Blink.
Interesting. He's got 6, keeping him in his main base so that they can stop...
Run! He's looking for that 3rd.
Yeah.
He's getting his cardio.
It's really good idea to keep your stalkers in your main to watch for any drops or anything like that, because they can actually very quickly get to the front lines, and if you keep your sentries in the front, they can at least cast force fields to defend if there's a big attack that you didn't see coming while your stalkers join the fray.
Now Tasia just scanned and he did see those 3 additional gateways under construction. MC is going to have so many Blink Stalkers when he finally decides to move out. It's going to be very cool. But, you know, there's a lot of medevacs for Tasia as well.
Yep, and he's going to float the factory in the front, like you said, and kind of see what's going on in the front. That may be preliminary to doing some poking. I don't think he really wants to attack right now, but he might try and poke and see if he can do some damage. No, he's probably not going to, actually, given where he's positioning right now. Again, kind of smart. He may just wait and try and wait for MC to take a third because, again, it's going to be so hard to attack into that natural expansion of MCs.
Yeah, I mean, MC made a really good map choice in Crossfire. I think it's a very, very good map for Protoss against Terrans who decide to play in that bio style. And since Teja has decided to do that, I think MC is feeling very comfortable in a very good situation. He's got his first Colossus on the way now, as you can see there. Also going for some +1. And he's really teching very aggressively right now. And Teja's just going, Marine Tank Medevac, basically. Or no, I'm sorry, go Marine Marauder Medevac. And so I think Teja's going to have a little bit bigger army, in the end. And you can, actually I said that. Now I notice he's down on supplies, so maybe not. It's those expensive units,
Yeah.
Protoss is very expensive.
It is interesting that
supply
MC is kind of going for... He's kind of going for a mix of the two styles that we've seen. He got Blink first, so he didn't get charged, but he is getting charge lots. He's getting a lot of Zealots, but he's also getting the Colossus. So he's not just going entirely with the charge lot ground unit style, and he's getting the Thermal Lance as well. And that's why he's getting +1 weapons, because that's going to make his Colossi way, way more effective. And a huge drop is loaded up. Teja has loaded almost his entire army into a drop ship Medevacs. And they're going around the outside of the map. Now, MC's probably going to see this coming.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely going to see it when they fly over that pylon. But Teja knows that. In fact, he's just landing in a place where he can run up and try to kill the possible third. And here he comes. MC is not going to be starting that third base anytime soon. Yep, good decision move there. He's going to want to wait to engage until he actually has, some ghosts out. And the Stalkers shouldn't be able to catch up. No, they're not going to.
Yep. And now Teja is going to actually have +2 weapons by the time there's a battle, by the way, and with no armor at all, that means that those Zealots are actually not going to last too terribly long. They do have +1 weapons, but...
Yeah, Teja's going to have +2.
Teja's going to have +2, and, I mean, unless they're directly in a Guardian Shield, which doesn't always happen, sometimes the Zealots charge ahead of the Guardian Shield.
And something's happening. Anyway, right now, Teja just started making Vikings. I'm pretty sure those are his first 2 coming out right now. So he's going to be a little bit late with the Viking production for Colossi. And again, Colossi versus Bio on this map are absolutely very, very dangerous.
Yeah, they're very dangerous indeed. We might have an engagement in the middle of the map here. Teja looking to do a little bit of a poke, but he says, wait, that's his entire army. He blinks and takes out the ghost.
Gets one EMP
We both
off.
said that at the same time, but here comes the Colossi.
Teja wants to get in a good position to engage. He's not there yet. The Colossi doing a lot of damage to Slayer's Teja. Now he's got a nicer concave, but with the Colossi there, I think Teja's in big trouble. Great force fields from OGSMC. Is it going to be enough? Down to just mostly Stalkers. And yeah, Teja's army getting picked apart very, very quickly.
Wow. Now Teja might be able to just clean up the Stalkers, but there's Colossi left, and that's the thing. And he doesn't have a pylon anywhere nearby, so he can't reinforce quite as quickly.
Well,
but Teja's in a lot of trouble right now.
MC did such a good job of hiding the fact that he had Blink until the very end when he was able to blink up and kill those ghosts. Played great this game. Looks like this is going to be a Team League win for him.
Yeah, he is probably going to win this game. Teja's army is in... Well, Teja doesn't have an army, actually. He's got those medevacs overhead, but he just had no reply to those Colossi. So a really nice timing by MC to move out when there were no Vikings. If he'd waited a little bit longer and there were 4 Vikings, only 4 Vikings in that battle, that would have been way different.
Well, I mean, Teja really wasn't expecting to have the Stalkers blink up and pick off those ghosts, too. That was kind of a shock.
Yeah, that was actually a really cool move.
Yeah.
Picking off, sniping, like both of us yelled at the same time. Oh, he blinks forward and kills the ghost, and actually Colossus.
Oh, we just missed it. A Colossi getting left behind there.
Randomly dying.
He didn't get the memo to pull back, I guess.
Yeah. The driver of that Colossus was just too drunk with power.
Guess so. I don't think Colossi have drivers. I'm pretty sure they're robots.
No, maybe not.
They are made from the robotics facility.
That's true.
Yep, that would seem to infer that they are robots. The factory's not going to make it out of there. Probably going to be burning by the time it gets away. Now, Teja does have a third up, just like MC. And he's definitely not out of it quite yet. I think I was a bit premature with that. He lost a lot of SCVs, though. That's the big thing, is that I feel like he's
you're right. He's
so
down
far behind in SCVs, it's going to be difficult for him to win.
You're right. He's down to 33 harvesters.
Yeah. But he's not out of it
He did
yet.
get his third up at the top left, though, and he's dropping tons of mules on it. So he's getting his army back up with the power of those mules.
Well, you know what they say, mules are the great equalizer in Terran versus something else when you lost a lot of SCVs anyway.
Yep. And Tasia does have a good contingent of Vikings this time, though.
Yeah, I like the
So he's
switch
going
over.
to be a lot better off, but then, like you were about to mention, go ahead.
Oh, he's got a lot of Archons. So
Exactly.
MC's got a nice change, too. I mean, Tasia just can't replenish. He just can't produce the units he needs to take on this composition of OGS MC. It's going to take a miracle for him to win this game. He is getting 3-3, so the upgrades are actually going to be pretty good. Goodbye, Factory. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by, Crossfire.
That's right.
And is that 3 armor being researched by MC right now?
It's 2.
2, okay.
Armor,
So,
yeah.
The upgrade's definitely better for Slayer's Tasia right now.
Yeah, but like you said, tons of Archons. Those are going to be so difficult to deal with.
Yeah, they are.
If he can get off some good EMPs and hold that thought, he's not going to wait for 3-3. Tasia get 3-3, although Tasia does have a good spot at the bottom of this ramp.
And the EMP's hitting a lot of Stalkers,
Nice.
but the Zealots get past it. And Slayer's Tasia is just going to take a ton of damage from these speed lots. Colossi firing from behind as well. The last one gets taken out, but the Archons make the difference. And OGS MC is basically just going to crush through his base right now.
Yeah. Tasia looks like he is going to fall. MC, the ace of the OGS team, coming off the bench to take a 3-2 lead. GG coming from Tasia.
And suddenly OGSTL is just one win away from getting this victory over the Slayers clan. Tasia obviously a little bit disappointed in himself. He did see that Twilight Council, but just the way that he left his ghost in the back kind of made me wonder that he didn't really expect MC to have Blink. It's not something you see quite as commonly at that stage in the game.
Well, basically MC just out-tech switched Tasia there. Switching into the Colossus when he didn't have any Vikings, switching into the Archons before he got enough Ghosts out, and was able to win the battles just by having the right tech composition. I mean, again, that first battle, if Tasia had 4 Vikings, he would have won it. That second battle, if he'd had 4 extra Ghosts to EMP those Archons, he would have won that battle also. So just losing the battle by not quite having enough of the right tech around at those battles, and MC attacking at the right points in time to take advantage of those situations.
And MC played, like a lot of Protoss should be playing now in TVT, where they're using that Colossi not so much to end the game and do damage like people were using it for, maybe a couple months ago, but just to get the Terran to make a lot of Vikings have to respond to it that way, and then switching to Templar tech and making either High Templar and Storm or Archons, and then maybe in the late game switching back to Colossi when the Viking numbers are lower. And that's something that I think some Terrans have kind of struggled with a little bit dealing with. And right now, obviously, we did see Slayer's Tasia struggle a little bit with that right before our very eyes.
That was definitely a struggle, and a struggle that he lost. Yeah. And so that means that MC, like you said, is 1 win away of taking this match. And again,
yes, he is.
The hopes and dreams for the playoffs of both teams are on the line for this match. If MC wins this, he will keep their chances alive. I don't think it's a guaranteed playoffs if he wins, but it's guaranteed not playoffs if he loses.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Or if they lose, I guess, because they would have one more shot. So who is Slayers going to send out?
I actually know who it is. They told me during the break, but I'm not going to tell you until right now.
All right, well, we're going to find out. You're going to find out at home along with me who is the last hope.
I talked to this guy during the break. He's pretty excited.
Ryung?
And there he is.
That's who I would have guessed.
That's right. I think it's the best choice to Terran Sniper. Slayer's Ryung. I talked to him during the break. He said, I'm number 4. Keep it a secret. I'm like, I will. I think this guy's a great choice. He's a great Terran.
He's really their only option here.
And he's just coming off a win against a pretty strong Protoss, too.
That's true. That is actually really true.
Yeah.
He's been practicing TVP for the last week.
And he's got a map plan for this guy. Ryung, we talked about it before this match started. This is the guy that's had the most success training to beat specific people. He's done it over and over. He's going to try to do it this time against OGSMC. So Ryung's like, what should I make? Cell's like, I don't know, like Marines, Marauders, Medevacs, Ghosts, whatever.
It's a good call.
Ryung knows
Cell
what
is
he's
so
doing.
smart.
He is.
Yeah, and Ryung is on a 5-game win streak as well. He actually just, beat Puzzle really badly.
Yeah.
And beat Tester in the group before that as well.
Yeah, beat Hongen.
Beat Hongen recently.
Songho beat JYP.
He actually didn't beat Songho, but yeah.
Oh, he didn't. Well, he won one game.
Did
Oh,
beat
no, he didn't. I misread it. Never mind. Well, there's MC.
Yeah, anyway, very strong and just prepared really well. And, beat him.
Wow, we've got like a battle of the fans today.
David Kim, TBT.
I don't know.
Imba. What was it that Boxer said in MLG?
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know if I saw
David,
that.
you do it. T greater than T or something like that, or anyway.
I don't know. Layers. Photo. I don't know. I'm not going to bother trying to sound all that out. That's upside down.
Holy check.
That guy right there on the left, he got his picture taken with Slayer Sella holding up that sign.
Oh, that's awesome.
And yeah, that is awesome. You guys can have that too if you come down to the studio. The fans and the fans are approachable, obviously. But the players and the coaches are actually really approachable too. Everybody's really nice here, and if you want somebody's autograph or a picture or something, they're always willing to do it.
Yeah.
Except don't bug them after they lose. That's the only thing is.
Yeah. Especially if it's a personal match.
Well, they're all personal, Moltra.
If it's an individual league match.
Yeah, that's
and they lose it,
too.
then they're usually anyway. Yeah, and that guy's sign actually was talking about how Slayers actually just made a team Twitter account.
That's true. Yeah.
So, in addition to sell,
I follow it. Speaking of Twitter accounts, follow GOMTV on Twitter at GOMTV. You can follow Moletrap at Moletrap. And you can follow me at DoaSC, DOASC. And remember, we're having the ultimate battle of which it is. Which is it, Pop or Soda? Tweet at me and tell me it's Pop, or tweet at him and tell me it's Soda. We're going to count them up at the end of the night. And we'll get back to you
Are we really going to bother counting them up?
I'm doing it, man.
All right.
So I think it's Pop.
Someone tweeted me already and said it's Soda Pop. So
well, some people call it that, actually. Yeah, in like the southern U.S.
I think that might be the original place that it came from. I'm not sure.
I don't know. Maybe. I wasn't alive back then, Moletrap. I don't remember that.
Neither was I.
Yep. We're old, but we're not that old. So our next map is going to be Terminus.
I remember Wolf once called me in a cast. He called me elderly.
Elderly? Well, Wolf's kind of young. We're a little bit older than Wolf is.
He's a young whippersnapper.
He's a good guy. He's a good
wolf
kid.
Cub. He's a good kid.
We ruffle his hair for the good job, kiddo. Yep. If he's watching right now, he's going to be... He's probably going to be fine with it. We're going to all go out to eat after this.
Yep, hopefully.
Oh, man, I'm so hungry.
I am quite hungry as well. Had some dumplings before the cast, but we've been casting for about 4 hours now.
That's not so bad.
Not so bad.
I could go for a while yet. We're not going to go. We're not going to need to. I mean, although I'm kind of expecting this to get to Game 7, I expect Ryung to beat MC. I'm going to say it. I actually expect that it's going to happen.
Dude,
I think
MC,
Ryung is too good at preparing for this sort of thing.
MC has not been unstoppable lately, man. He used to be pretty much an unstoppable force, but he hasn't been lately, man. He's actually going down to the up and down matches. Mm-hmm. He hasn't performed terribly well in the team league recently either. So he is definitely showing some vulnerability lately, and Ryung showing some real strength in this matchup. I would have to agree with you. I think Ryung is actually kind of the favorite for this particular game. But again, MC, very clutch.
I feel like this is a good opportunity for Ryung as well to kind of prove his mettle. He's had a lot of successes. He hasn't gotten to play against a lot of the tip-top players yet. So getting the chance to play against MC in a very important game like this is big for him too.
Yeah.
So, he's got a lot riding on it just personally as well. And, of course, the team has a lot riding on it. If Ryung is taken down, then OGS wins. It's simple as that.
Yeah, and like we said, Slayers really, really needs this win.
Yeah, they do.
And even though it would be a 4-3 win if Ryung can somehow pull it out, they would still technically have a chance at the playoffs depending on how the other teams did and theirs. So
Jupiter is a big planet, and it's also a pretty big bracket, and a lot of people could move around. Let's wait and see.
Yeah. So it's all going to be up to Ryung. We're still waiting for him to join the game.
Yeah, he
But
was
we're gonna
probably
get underway
getting
here
his
pretty
settings
soon.
set up. You know, sometimes it does take a little bit of time because this is one of the things with the Team League is that we do, you know, switch through players so quickly that they have to get their settings going really fast, and you want to make sure things are right. It's really hard to play if things aren't set up the way you prefer. You know, we even see like some StarCraft 1 pros and even a couple StarCraft 2 pros taking the rulers and stuff. But it looks like it's time. Let's look at these guys right before the game. Set 6, Terminus Re. Ryong's got a plan.
Terminus Re is going to be the map.
MC's going to probably play safe. The good luck have funs are going
I don't know, man. MC has a tendency to play unsafe even in clutch spots and just try and scrape by with sheer grit, determination, and eliteness. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes he does that. We will see if he's going to do that this time, though.
While the loading screen is commencing, who's going to come out on top? It's the moment of truth. OGS MC versus Slayers Ryong. This is the GSL Team League. I am Doa. With me is Moletrap. Let's get inside the game. Watch out for the flames.